Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
All bangers for my members, all bangers for my members, y'all. All bangers, let's get it, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go, y'all. Let's finish this off, man. We are now on chapter 29. Crazy, man, but I ain't even gonna lie. After being able to make it out of Siberia, though, man, I had to pull a stunt. Can you blame me, man? They put me in the coldest place in the jail, man. Like, they use that for punishment. That's what they want to do when they want to drag you through the mud. They throw you to Siberia to see, okay, you want to be a big man? You want to be someone that's bucking? We're going to put you in Siberia and see if you can buck on that, man. But you got to be smart. You got to know how to outsmart your ways. I done been in the jail so long. I done been through everything. I know all the COs and sergeants. I am a regular in there, man. I am growing up in this jail, for God's sakes, man. So, like, I just had to figure out what I was going to do to get out of there. And I had to get up out of there, man. I had to pull a stunt. So now they got me in the regular part of the hole. You know what I mean? I'm in there. I was in there and I was getting adapted to that. And y'all remember the sergeant told me that he was going to move me as soon as it was space. Like, just get me out of there, man. This whole thing, I'm sitting back there for a case that nobody's coming to court for. There's all type of stuff going on. Like, I'm just waiting to really go to the penitentiary, to be honest with y'all, man. So I'm like, man, I'm just ready to go. And like, the longer I've been in there, like, I knew it was coming sooner or later. I knew I was like, man, like, God gonna get me out of here sooner or later, man. I done everything. What else could is to be done in the jail, man? I'm tired of being in this jail. Like, it just got to a point where I just was like, you know, like, especially when I'm in the hole and I'm meeting guys while I was in the hole. There's a lot of guys in there just basically like, man, I'm telling you, you want to go to the spread. They was calling it the spread. Like, when you go to prison, they like, yo, you want to go to the spread? Because when you go to the spread, man, you get to stretch your legs out, man. You get to get a bogey, man. You get to get a black and mild. You moving around. You ain't seen dudes you ain't seen in years. And you just be able to breathe some fresh air. It's just all better. Now, that's the good parts of penitentiary right there. Like, when you're in a jail situation and you waiting to go to penitentiary, like, that's the good parts. Like, everything the man just named, those are the good parts. The bad parts is the maniacs, terminators, and psychos and predators. Like, that's the bad part of penitentiary that he didn't talk about. But I'm already aware of that. But just hearing, like, it makes sense. Like, I do want to stretch. I'm tired of being bunk bed to little area in the area and just bunk back to the bunk bed. Like, I want to really be outside. I want to get some fresh air. I want to get a contact visit. Like I was at the point where I stopped telling my peoples come see me behind it. Because when you in the jail, you behind the glass game. I stopped telling my peoples to come behind the glass. I promise y'all, man. So, like, I was just listening to everything, man. And, like, after hearing how, like, the guys that was in there that was talking about going to penitentiary and all that, and that was in the hole, like, I just kind of felt like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm ready to go too, man. So I was basically having a feeling of I knew my time was coming. I knew it was coming sooner or later. Sooner or later, it was going to come. So I just was sitting back being patient, y'all. So boom. Now, I'll say probably about a week later, man, the sergeant finally come. He called my name and he called another dude's name. Now, the other dude he called was a dude that was all the way down the tier that I heard that was one of the dudes telling about, he was getting advice from the other guy that was in the cell next to him about going to the spread, like I was telling y'all about. So I see him, he come out, he probably a little older than me though. He probably like 26, 27. You know what I mean? He looked like he was a little older, been in the jail a few times, man. We're gonna call him Ron. Now, Ron, me and him had met right there because when you in the hole, it's like, if you ain't next door to nobody, like, you ain't really making friends with nobody. So I met Ron right there while we was getting released from the hole. So when we get out, they tell us to step in the hallway. We got our stuff, we get in the hallway. The sergeant come back there. I see the sergeant, he like, yeah. He was like, hey, White, hey, look, they gonna transfer you now. I was like, why you say that? He was like, I got a surprise for you. I got a surprise. So the dude, Ron, like, yo, where I'm moving to? I didn't even know his name was Ron yet until the guy called his name. So he was like, yo, where I'm going to? He was like, you going where White going? You both of y'all going, waiting to go to prison, right? We was like, yeah. He was like, well, y'all going to the same block. So I'm like, what is a block where dudes about to go home? He was like, I was like, what is a block where dudes, everybody waiting to go to penitentiary? He was like, he did like a little smirk. So I'm like, man, I ain't pay. I don't care where I go. You know what I mean? So he put us on the elevator. We walked through the little joint. He put us on the elevator. You know what I mean? We went upstairs to the third floor game. Now, the third floor, I've been on the third floor a few times. I have been on the second floor a few times. I even been in the DMX block downstairs in the misdemeanor block by accident once. I have been everywhere in that jail. Now, the third floor is somewhere I wasn't more familiar with like how I was on the second floor. I just been to the third floor a few times. He telling me we going to the third floor, like, but it don't even matter. It don't really matter where I'm going at this particular moment. So we get off the elevator. He take us over by the control booth. We stand over here for a minute. Another CO came and grabbed us, and he walked us down the hallway. So I'm like, oh, he taking us down to the hallway to the joints, like a little open dorm joint, basically. So we walking down to that joint. So we get down to like one of the blocks to the right. So we get to the joint. I see people in there. You know what I mean? It's a jail. Looking. Dude, Ron standing there, he don't look like he's scared. I'm definitely not scared. Like, this is jail. Like, if you've been in there a while, you used to moving around, being uncomfortable, being unfamiliar, seeing people you don't know, gotta readjust, you know what I mean? Be a mingle king, you gotta do all that in one motion. This is all gotta happen in one motion when you're in the jail. So, like, I'm just waiting to go in. So they open the door, boom. So he let us in. You know what I mean? Walked in, he told me, look, y'all right there, you got that bunk. He told him, you got that top bunk. Both of us had top bunks. Now, at the moment, I didn't care about getting on the top bunk, as long as I wasn't on the floor. So this was new to me right here. Like, usually when you go into these little small open dorm blocks, like, it's really never no beds, but they will put you on the floor if it's no beds. Like, so you were still going to this block. This block right here, nobody was on the floor. Nobody was on the floor. I'll say this block had probably like 15 bunk beds, so 30 dudes in the block at the most. That's how small this block was. So you walk in, you're like, so I see what I'm going at. Some dudes over there. I look, it's a couple of dudes, like a lot of older dudes, a lot of dudes, you know what I mean? My age. I look over here, I see a couple of dudes on the phone. They looking at us to see if we somebody familiar. We looking at them for the same reason. So I come in, I look around. I don't really see nobody familiar. I don't really see nobody that's a potential enemy. So I ain't, or somebody that had beef with in the past. So, I go in, put my stuff up. I see the dude put his stuff up. So when I do put his stuff up, I see one of the dudes like, yo, Ron. He on the other side where my bed was at. Ron was on the other side. So he like, hey, Ron. Ron was like, he turned around. He was like, oh, what's up, man? What's going on? He was like, oh, they moved you in here. He was like, yeah. He was like, man, what kind of block this is, man? Dude was like, man, all us waiting to go to the penitentiary. This dude was probably like in his 30s. He was like, all us waiting to go to pen. I mean, majority of us, this dude over here, he about to get sentenced, so he will be going to penitentiary. So I was like, when he said it, I came out like out from my bed. I'm like, I ain't mean to interrupt their conversation. I'm like, yo, Stu. I'm like, yo, so this all y'all waiting to go to penitentiary? He like, I mean, like, they ain't saying it like they doing it like that, but everybody that they say, I forgot what this block used to be. They said this was the Christian block on the third floor. So they said they moved all the Christians, and this is what they was gonna do, put these dudes, because they said we just keep making trouble in the jail. So I'm meeting dudes just like me. Can y'all believe this? I'm meeting dudes just like me, but it's on some slick type of stuff that's not really labeled this. But like I told y'all, the weird thing about this is that nobody's on the floor. Everybody has a bed. So this maybe is an experimental pod. Like, they basically putting us all together to see if we can get along, because we the ones that's really, like, not really terrorizing the jail, but we just can't get along with nobody in the jail because we don't really care, because we going to penitentiary, y'all. So boom. Now, hearing all this, I'm not really frightened. I'm not scared. I'm not shook. But I ain't gonna lie though, like, this is crazy. Like, these are the same type of guys like me. All these guys are maniacs. And like, the more I'm in there, the more I can tell, like, these are maniacs, man. So as they talking, you know what I mean? So Ron like, yeah, man, me and T White, he talking. So everybody talking like, yeah, this is what it is. We just got in here. Dude, I was like, yo, who been in here the longest? Dude stood up. Dude was in the back. This is my word, he stood up. All you see was a big afro. Big afro kind of tall. I didn't even see him. Like, his bed was in the cut. But it was like, who? I was like, who was in here the longest? He was like, all you seen was this. And Joe was like, seen that afro? He was like, then I looked at his shirt. That Joe had Smith. And like, his people's was kind of crazy because they wrote it crooked on his shirt. That Joe was like Smith. Written crooked, like super crooked. He got up, he was like, I've been in here since last month. I seen that dude. I was like, man, look like Snoop Dogg on steroids, y'all. So boom. I said, you waiting to go too? He was like, yeah. I been here, they put me in here first. When I moved in here, wasn't nobody in the block. I said, man, they moved you here with nobody in. You had this block dolo. He was like, only to the next day. So after that, they moved him in here. Then he been in here, but I was in here first. All us been in here a month, basically, though. And then, dude, I just come in. So, like, just hearing this was weird right here. I ain't even gonna lie. This was weird, but like I say, the weird thing about it was that I'm around everybody that's like me. These are maniacs. So I'm like, man, so dude, like, one dude seen me. One dude that was like in the back part, you know what I mean? Old head dude. This was an old head dude that was in the block. He was like, I remember you from the second floor, man. He was like, man, you punched dude in the face, man. And when the COs came, I was like, I try to remember because I had to make sure that he wasn't, you know what I mean? I'm like, yeah. But after he had his bluffing face on at first, like he was serious, kind of like he was explaining. He was like, yeah. He was like, man, shh. He was like, I'm from Chesapeake. He was like, I had to do the same thing. Man, we outnumbered. We outnumbered here, man. I ain't supposed to be in this jail. I'm taking off on everybody if it's a witness. And I don't care if the police gotta save it. Because I ain't trying to get unalive in here. So he was making sense too. But I'm like, again, he's just like me. This is one of my tactics, man. Then he witnessed one of my tactics. So dudes were just in there sharing tactics. Like everybody like, yeah, man, like, dude, I'm from the beach, but I be moving around. I been got my time last year. They dragging me. They won't move me. I went to the hole, flooded. I flooded here. I come out, get to fighting with the police. He just start telling me all his butt material. And I'm like, again, these guys are just like me, y'all. So boom. Jesus, this was nuts. Me and my family, basically, man. A family of maniacs, if you want to say, man. It was wild. But we all are in the same block now. Like, this is crazy, man. So the dude Ron pulled up, you know what I mean? He was like, yo, man, like, for real, they gotta be getting ready. Everybody, we used to have conversations about this now. Because now it ain't really nobody who don't belong in this block. So everybody like, yo, for real, they gotta be getting ready to come and get us now. They gotta be getting ready to come and get us, man. Just for the simple fact, like, we all in a block. They got us all in a block. So one white dude, it was a white dude, and there was two white dudes actually. One of the white dudes was like, they got us all in here. They got us all in here because they're going to see if they're going to try to unalive each other, man. This is their experiment, man. They want to see if we can't get along. They want to see if we can get along, and we know we're not going to get along. So I'm like, man, I was like, man, look, man. I was like, yo, and I ain't really one of them dudes that kind of speak up a lot, you know what I mean? But I'm like, yo, look, the main goal is this, fellas, man. Like we trying to get out of penitentiary. Like, that's when I really started feeling like when I spoke up and said that, like the thought that came to me to make me speak up and say that was like, that's when I started really feeling like, man, like this, like during this time, you got to know how to move, man. Even in the jail, like I was moving wrong by just being an idiot, being on takeoff mode. Like that could have got me really hurt, man. You know what I mean? Like, but you got to be strategic with this stuff, man. You got to be somebody that's a thinker. You have to really know how to play chess with you and the people around you. So like, I'm looking at all these psychos that they got in one basket. And I'm basically telling them this, man. I'm like, yo, look, man, like this is what, like, we got to get along. Like, it ain't no need for us to go in here and get them and prove them right, because they might have did move us in here to see if we gonna try to hurt each other. You know what I mean? But I'm like, look, I know I just moved in here. I'm one of the new ones, man. But I'm like, man, I've been waiting to get transferred since last year, man. Like, man, I got 18 years. You know what I mean? And like, I wanted to put that on blast just so I can kind of see everybody's reaction. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, like for real, man. Like they did this on purpose, man. This they want us to beef. They want us to do this. I was like, for real, man, because I got 18 years. And I said that jump. I just kind of looked around the block real quick, like a quick, you know what I mean? Like a quick look. And as I'm looking at it, like nobody blinked. Everybody was like, the dude looked like Snoop Dogg on steroids. He stood up, Smith. He was like, man, I got 36 years. I said, oh my God, first thing came to my head was Jerome Bettis, y'all, so boom. I said, man, this man got the bus. White dude said, I got 60 years. Other dude over there said, man, I got 25. Black dude stood up, was like, man, I got 19. Ron got up, man. Ron was like, man, them people gave me 29 years, man. He was like, man, they gave me 29 years. I'm gonna beat mine on appeal. Damn, like, I'm hearing numbers all over the place, y'all. I swear to God, I felt like I was in algebra class, man. There was so many numbers just being thrown out, man. And every number that was thrown out was more than my 18 years. I'm like, I'm not the toughest guy anymore. Not saying that, like, but still, though, I'm just like, that 18 years used to kind of got down. That shit was my scare tactic, y'all. So boom. Now what am I supposed to do now, man? Like, I gotta come a different way. So that's when y'all see, like, that's why you gotta have these memories to understand how I move, like how I began to move in certain areas, like why I started thinking and doing things that I had to do later down the line in penitentiary. Like, it starts from here, like right there in that block. being in there with a bunch of dudes that's just like me, all psychopaths, I had to transfer to a guy that be like, you know what? Yeah, I can fight. Yeah, I'm gonna fight back if it's that. But at the same time though, man, like I gotta be a thinker now, man, because now this is a different test, right? This is a major test right now. Y'all don't get it. Y'all see this test that this sergeant done to me. They just moved us all in a block. Everybody's waiting to go to the can. Come on, man. Everybody is psychos. Everybody got buck in their blood. Everybody done been to the hole. It's a dude in there like Snoop Dogg with muscles. I don't know what to do right now, man. You know what? But that's when I just started feeling like I got to be a thinker now. It can't always use these. You got to use your brain now. So that's when I started thinking. I was like, yo, I'm going to be the speaker of the block. Now, y'all know I'm not somebody that be trying to be the pod boss or somebody just, you know what I mean? Somebody with that type of title. But come on now. I'm looking at dudes, man. I'm like, even the white dudes, like everybody looks scary in here, man. Like everybody just looks scary. That joint, I felt like it felt gloomy in that block. I moved in on a cloudy day, which we can't really see nothing anyway. But like, it's just like that whole block just felt gloomy, man. Like it felt real gloomy to be in this block, man. But they got us all in there. We all have to get along. So I became the spokesman, man. So you know what I do? I go holler at dudes. I go holler, I transform myself into a maniac counselor gang. I go holler at dudes, be like, yo, hey, look, man, let's talk about it. Dudes be like, yo, hey, yo, it's time for talk about it, man. I made a joint in there called Talk About It. That's what I'm using my brain. Y'all don't joke me, man. I made a joint in there called Talk About It. Everybody that come to the table, if you do want to participate, we in the jank. Everybody talking about it, man. Like, yo, talk about it, man. Dude, one dude like, yeah, man, like, for real, I've been in penitentiary, man. He was like, man, look, it's fun. It's going to be fun after leaving the jail, but you're still locked up at the end of the day. It's just a privilege of being more privileges when you leave here. This is the first stop that's basically hell. You know what I mean? When you get to prison, it's still hell, but at the end of the day, it's more privileges. So if that makes sense, like it really didn't make sense, but I kind of understand where you're coming from. Another dude popped up. He was like, yeah. He was like, man, for real, all y'all talking about y'all ready to go to penitentiary? Yeah, y'all ready for what penitentiary got? Yeah, y'all, everybody talk about all the goods, all the upsides, how penitentiary is when you're gonna leave here. But ain't nobody talking about they put you in a cell with Big Bubble. Yeah, ain't nobody talking about when they move you in there with somebody that know how to take everything off you without even putting his hands on you. And like, he just started saying like a lot of scary words and like, you know, this is the session of talk about it. You know what I mean? But I'm like, I'm listening to him and like, but this is the time when you talk about it, man. So it's just going around, everybody venting. Another dude was like, yeah, to be honest with you, man, I don't really want to go to penitentiary. I wish I could do all my time in the jail. And I looked at him like, and I was just thinking, I was like, hold on, stop. I was like, how much time you got? He was like, shh. Because he was one of the dudes that didn't call out his number that night. You know what I mean? He was like, shh, I got 32 years. I said, God damn, they gave him Magic Johnson, y'all, so boom. Shit, crazy, man. O.J. Simpson game. They smoke, bro, man. Like, everybody in their boots of smoke. Even mine. And I'm on the low side of the game. I'm like, this is wild right here. So everybody doing that. After they finish, everybody was like, man, what's up? Everybody adapt up. Like, I got maniacs getting along. Can y'all see this shit? That's crazy, right? But I got the maniacs getting along, man. Like, right then and there, man. That's why I'm like, y'all wonder why I'm good at this shit? Because I learn on a whim, man. Like, I pick up fast, pause. Like, I do shit like you would never expect. Like, I'm thinking I'm coming in a block. I gotta be on point. I gotta watch dudes. First nigga disrespect me, I'm gonna go in this damn mouth and go to the hole again because I don't give a shit. But no, this time around the sergeant tricked me. He threw a Mickey in the deck, a banana in the tailpipe. He moved me in a block with all psychopaths just like me waiting to go to penitentiary. I wasn't expecting that. But all I know is like there's no need for me to go ahead and try to be Conan the Barbarian. Gotta use my brain on this one. And I did it right then and there, man. I started just hollering at dudes. Everybody rocking with T-White, man. T-White, all right. Yeah, T-White, cool. T-White trying to make it to the penitentiary safe, y'all. So boom, shitting me down right. I had to do what I had to do, man. Everybody in there looked like maniacs, man. I promise y'all, man. So we would have our little situations. It never would be a situation in there where it wouldn't be resolved. Like, especially with me. That's when like I started seeing like me growing up, like, I see dudes about to get into something, I promise you. And y'all know I'm not on that type of time through my whole time through this stuff. I'll pull up, hey, look. Hey, come on, man. Like, look, man. Come on, man. Look, y'all want to talk about it? Nigga looked at me like, come on, T-White with all this talk about this shit. I'm like, nah, look, for real, man. Like, Reason why I say talk about it, man, is because there's a word from beating each other up, man. Like, that's what they want. Like, it was nothing going on in there. I was like, that's what they want, man. That's what they want. They want us to really snap out in here. That's what they want. They were like, man, I know, man. Like, I'm like, well, look, man, y'all kick it, man. Talk about it, man. Like, you know what I mean? I peeled off. Dudes will talk about it. Dudes will resolve their problems, man. The whole time I've been there, which has been over 3 weeks, like, I have not seen an incident of physicality, like dudes getting physical, like fights. None of that stuff was going on in there, man. Everything was copacetic for the main part, man. And I was all right with everything going all right, man. Like, that's how it's supposed to be in here, man. I was trying to keep everything kind of like level-headed in that joint, man. Like, you know what I mean? I was becoming a new person. Like, at the end of the day, I'm still me. Like, I'm a demonstrator if somebody try me, you know what I mean? But like, still, like, I was growing up right before my eyes, man. Like, this is wild. That's why I'm giving y'all this story. Like, so everything was straight in the block. Everything was going smooth. You would think everybody getting along. Every couple of days, we having to talk about it sessions. Everybody venting, kicking it, talk about how they gonna change. All that, we was doing that all back then. But all of us was welling. That was the crazy thing, man. Like, I just created something to keep everybody in a copacetic situation. That's all I did. Like, I didn't really give a shit what none of these maniacs did, man. I was just using my damn brain, man. But everything was going good. Everything was going good. I promise you, I'm in the bed one day. So I done kind of like got to the point in that joint now, like it's cool. Like, nobody fights over the phone. Nobody fights over the TV. Everybody just waiting to go to penitentiary. So, but they coming in that night. I can remember witnessing the first dude get transferred to penitentiary, man. It was a crazy feeling. Like, I thought they never was gonna come get dudes, man. They come in the jump, man. They called black dude. One dude had the bottom bunk. He slept over there by the white boys. They call him. You know what I mean? He get up, he come to the bars. They like, yo, in the morning, soon as shift change, when shift change is like 5 in the morning, like, look, we coming to get you. You getting transferred. You going up the road. He was like, he had a face. He was like, he couldn't believe it. He was like, he said, I'm getting transferred tomorrow, y'all. Yeah, everybody walked up. You see his homeboy, he walked up. Yeah, got them up. You know what I mean? See the white dude know him, because he slept over there by the 2 white dudes. White dudes were like, yeah, congratulations, man. You're a first one, man. You're out of here. He was like, yeah, man. He felt good. Like I seen him. I watched him. He went over there by his bed. He was like he can exhale finally. He did the coach's joint. He was like this. He was like, I said, this nigga think he a coach, y'all, so boom. But he was happy though, like, the man was happy, man. Like, they won't transfer nobody. Now they call him, but just one person out the block. This is what I'm saying. So they did what they said they was gonna do. They come in the morning, they grab him, you know what I mean? They take him to penitentiary. So he leaves. Soon as he leaves, the black dude moved down into his bed, which is one of the dudes he used to talk to because he had a bottom bunk. Now, beside him was the white dude bottom bunk. You know what I mean? The white dude slept on the top bunk, but the white dude used to rock with the black dude too. So one of the white dudes, the one that's on the top bunk, he thought that he was entitled to the bottom bunk when dude moved. So I guess he didn't like move fast enough. All I know is I wake up, these people are arguing over a bunk. Now, it don't sound like a major argument. It doesn't sound like a major argument, man. But the white dude is getting a little aggressive, you know what I mean? Because he's probably feeling like how everybody in that block feels when it's trouble. What do we do when it's trouble? We lash out because we feel outnumbered. So the white dude is probably trying to feel he's feeling outnumbered. So his homeboy sleep on the bottom bunk right here. The bottom bunk over here to the left is one of the dudes that transferred. The black dude like, nah, that's my homeboy. When your homeboy, he pointed to the white dude. He was like, yeah, when your homeboy get transferred, then you can move down to that bottom bunk. He was like, bullshit. White dude said, bullshit. Hell no. Bullshit. Bullshit. He kept saying it. I'm like, what the fuck? He like, bullshit. Bullshit. That's my bottom bunk. He told me I can get it. I came in here right after him, and he came in. We all said it was a pact that I can get the bottom bunk. Bullshit. Black dude was like, man, I ain't trying to get that shit. Black dude just kept putting this shit down there. So the white dude was still on his top bunk. You know what I mean? His legs swinging, but he's still on his top bunk. White dude said, he jumped down. He was like, hey, man, what, you just fucking gonna carry me like that? That's what the fuck this is? Just because I'm a fucking white guy, you think you just fucking take my bed? Black dude was like, man, look, man, I ain't trying to argue with you, man. White dude was like, his homeboy got up like, kind of pushed him back. He was like, they went over by the table and shit, started talking. I'm like, I sit up, I'm like, like been cold out my eye. I look at my next door neighbor on the bed over here. He like, they fighting over a bed. I was like, for real? He was like, man, holla at him, man. I was like, man, niggas ain't want to talk about it, man. Like, what the fuck? I can't do that shit now. That shit look crazy. He like, yes, you can, T-White. I'm like, I got up. Like, it's still kind of a little tension in there. Like, you know what I mean? Black niggas kept making his bed. White boy talking to his other white boy. I go to the sink. I go to the sink over here. I start brushing my teeth. Brought my rag on my head. I'm like, shh. Brush my teeth. Wash my face real quick. Went back to my bed. Threw some lotion on. Came back on the pod. I looked around. I'm like, I go holler at the black dude. Let me holler at you. He like, what's up? I'm like, hey, look, man. I was like, man, like, for real, man. I was like, if he had next on the bed, man, I was like, just give him the bed. You know what I mean? Let's get him the jump. Big Snoop Dogg stood up. He was on the other side. He heard us. We was close to his bed, kind of. He stood up. He was like, yeah, we ain't trying to have them stirred up. They gonna want us fighting in here. And, you know, like, the white dudes trained. They be going together. You know what I mean? And if they try to jump him, then I'm gonna jump in. And it's gonna be all bad, man. So I'm like, look, man. So how can we resolve this jump, man? Big Snoop Dogg walked away like, they ain't getting that bottom bunk, T-White. So I turned back to the black dude. I'm like, yo, look, man. So y'all gonna really go back to how we used to live? Like, y'all gonna go back in here? Then something clicked right there. Something told me like, hey, look, T-White, stay out of this shit right here. You can keep doing what you're doing once these maniacs go to the hole, because usually this is what happens when they clash over beds. Like, it's violence. Like, this is what it is. My conscience start talking to me like, what are you doing? Stay out of this. Like, everybody can't talk about it, man. Like, you can save people and blend in, but this isn't gonna work right here. So I was like, man, so he ain't even trying to hear it, black dude. So I'm like, I'm gonna try to talk to the white dude. This is my last jump. So I walked over there to the white dude. They over there like kind of about to pay for him. I walk over there, I'm like, what's up, man? You know what I mean? He was like, what's up, T-White? I'm like, look. I looked at the one that's mad, you know what I mean? I'm like, look, man. I said, man, look, is the bed worth it, man, for y'all to really like inconvenience yourself? Like, you know what I mean? I was like, people going to penitentiary from here, man. I said, you know what happened? If you go to another block, then he was like, man, to be honest with you, T-White, like, that's some bullshit that he fucking took that bed, man, because fuck, man. His man told me, his homeboy was like, man, he told him to get the bed when he leaves, man. He was like, they just fucking bucking on the bed, T-White. I'm like, so like, damn, so y'all just, he was like, man, we can't, you know, what do we do? He said, what is our fucking policy? Why are we in this block, T-White? I said, shh, for being maniacs. He was like, no, yeah, we are, but what else? I'm like, shh. Because we take off on people. He was like, yeah, we do that too, but what else, T-White? I'm like, because we feel like we outnumbered. He was like, yeah, you fucking hit it on the bullseye. He was like, well, look, don't worry about it, man. It's fucking nothing. I don't get shit. I don't give a fuck. But at the end of the day, you're not taking that bed. I'm like, do what y'all gotta do, y'all. So boom! Right then and there, I saw I ain't had nothing to do with that shit, man. I had nothing to do with it. I went back on my goddamn bed. You know what I mean? I don't even got a bottom bunk yet. I went back on the bed. I felt safe up there. I'm on the top bunk looking down on everybody like maniacs. I'm like this. My bottom bunk had a wall behind me, so I'm sitting up, got my legs like this. I'm just sitting up looking at everybody. I'm like, I'm in the damn bottom bunk with my flip-flops on like a savage game. Can y'all believe that, man? I'm on top of my damn blanket and sheets with my flip-flops, man. You know why? Because I didn't trust none of those psychos. So I didn't give a shit about my bed sheets being dirty, man. I'm on psycho mode right now, / savage mode, man. I'm on my top bunk with my damn flip-flops on, man. Being prepared for any fucking thing. And I'm just watching these niggas. So the white dudes kicked it. You know what I mean? Black dudes over there. They came and did trays. You know what I mean? Once the trays came, everybody ate. Goddamn, trays left. Now, Big Snoop Dogg was big, but the white dude that's mad, who bed is supposed to be, he was big too. But he ain't as big as Big Snoop Dogg. You know what I mean? His man was like a regular sized white dude, but looked like a maniac. You know what I mean? So I'm like, this shit about to be crazy, man. So I'm in the jump, just looking. I get back on my bed after getting my tray. I'm just looking. I don't give a fuck what happened now. I'm like, yo, we can't talk about this one. I can't save this one. Got back on the top bunk. Next thing you know, white dude was like, they came and got the trays. Poosh, the door closed. Oh yeah, the white dude was like, yo, come on, fuck that. Come on, fuck that shit, man. You already know what it is. Come on, man. Come on. White dude was like, come on, man. Come on. Black dude took the bed. He was like, come on. Man, come on, man. I'll beat the shit out your dumb ass, man. You better sit your dumb ass down. When he said that shit, Big Snoop Dogg popped up. That nigga jumper was hanging down. He had a tie like hanging down. That nigga had a thermal on. That nigga thermal looked like it was painted. That nigga was like, nigga afro look wild as a bitch. Big Snoop Dogg. That nigga like, he got his man back. I'm like, shh. Everybody looking like, black dude over here like, man, can't we all just get along, dude? Man, shut the fuck up. He like this, man, come on, man. Nigga move his ass out the way. White dude like, come on, man. Fuck that shit, man. Fuck that shit. Black dude was like, Snoop Dogg was like, man, go fuck him up. Man, go fuck him up. He was like, man, I got him. He started taking his socks off. White dude was like, they swear it off. White dude fight like this. White dude was like, white dude, no son. White dude was like this. I seen that shit. I was like, what the, where is he gonna block? I block when I fight. White dude was like this. That nigga was like, he squared off a black dude. Black dude squared off. Black dude like this. White dude like this. They squared off. Then the middle of the floor, white dude said, bah! Man, he caught his ass with that right, man. I thought he was gonna swing this. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I thought he was about to jab his ass, man, because this shit, I don't know what the fuck that nigga said. Man, he caught that nigga ass. Black dude said, then he just got on his ass. Boom, 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 boom. White dude rumbling his ass. This homeboy right there, white boy is tiptoes. He looking like a pit bull. He like this. He like, he holding him down. Snoop Dogg like this. He like, at first letting him fight. Boom, boom. They wrecking hard as hell in there. They rumbling. Snoop Dogg, everybody watching the joint on the top bunk watching. They rumbling hard as shit. I'm like, goddamn, white boy goddamn grab him. White boy grab his ass, put him in like a goddamn Texas chainsaw handlock. I don't know what this shit was. Shit like a Lex Luger joint. Put his ass in like a move. Man, Snoop Dogg came on that bitch and was like, man, he punched him in his shit like on some side cool shit. He was like, white dude let him go immediately. Snoop Dogg grabbed his ass. When he do that shit, the white dude jumped on him. So they banging Snoop Dogg. He like, the dude on the ground like, oh, fuck. Goddamn, they banging Snoop Dogg ass. He boom, 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 boom. That nigga Snoop Dogg, goddamn, he blocking that shit at first. Then the one that's the little white boy, he was like, boom. Man, he hit that motherfucker. Man, that motherfucker flew over that shit like he hit him with a, boom. He hit his ass hard as shit. He flew over there. Man, that nigga just started getting on the little white dude ass. Boom, boom. White dude was rumbling though, man. But he couldn't do nothing with the big Snoop Dogg, man. I promise you, police walked by. All you seen was big Snoop Dogg like this. Boom, 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 boom. Police running the joint. Came in that joint. Broke that shit up, man. Black dude hurt. White dude hurt. Snoop Dogg still pounding on this big white dude. Shit was crazy, man. Man, they came in that joint. Man, they took them niggas out, man. They took them niggas out, man. I was like, I thought we all was gonna try to get along, man. Like, but you know, I still was gonna stay with my approach, man, of trying to keep out the fucking way. Like, I'm not gonna use violence unless it come to me. They was fighting over a bed. I'm never gonna fight over a bed, because for one, I'm gonna stay on this top bunk forever. So I get transferred, so I don't give a fuck. I was just getting smarter. I seen how they crashed. I didn't want to go through that, because I'm like, they ain't gonna get transferred. I seen somebody get transferred for the first time in this block. I'm staying in this damn block. I don't care if I'm still in the damn jail.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.